Good morning, students. Today we will be covering again another important short note, that is finance in dentistry. Coming to our introduction, India being a developing country where 77% of its population living in rural areas and other 23% staying in urban areas. So it is clearly indicates that many of the people are of low capability of paying for the dental fees. Coming to our mechanism of payment and the payment which can be done for the dental procedures in dentistry are, can remember it as 4 P's and 1S, that is first is private fee for the service, second is post payment plan, third is private third party payment plan for this public programs, and fifth is salary. Coming to our first, that is private fee for the service, it is a simple traditional and way of payment which we are following since long, that we go to a dentist, we get our treatment done, and then we pay for the whatever the charges dentist has applied. Disadvantage of that, it is that some potential patients are not unable to receive the treatment. Why? Because again I will say that the 77% of the people staying in rural areas are not of that capability of paying this dental fees. There are many advantages of private fee for the service. The first advantage is that it's a choice. It's your choice. It is in your hand from where you have to get treatment, whether you want to get treatment done or not. Second is quality. Again, the treatment is depend on the quality of the service provided by the dentist. Again, third is time. It is time saving plus appointment of your choice. Though it's appointment of your choice, it can be a time saving. Whenever you want, whenever you can, when you feel like doing a treatment, you can take an appointment from the dentist and directly go and get your treatment done. This is another advantage, that it is time saving. Again, it is next advantage, it is that it is administratively simple. Why? Because there is no any billing procedures, no any records, no any data you have to keep maintain. When you pay, the dentist will charge you or dentist will give you a bill. You go directly to the home. That's all. Next is cultural acceptable. Though I said earlier that it has been followed since way long, it is culturally acceptable. Next is flexibility. Depending on the charges the dentist is applying to you, you can be it can be little flexible. May it be a little higher, may it will be a little lower. Next payment mechanism is post payment plan. In this, it's just like you go to a bank, you apply, get your loan, you pay dentist, and then again in this installments with the help of interest, you can pay to the dentist. Local Dentist Society in Pennsylvania and Michigan in year 1930, it has they started this. Bank or a finance company will provide a loan to you. You go get your treatment done, and then you repay the budget amount to a bank in interest. It's just like you buying a you go to bank to buy a car. You buy a car. You go to the showroom, you purchase, then again after some time in interested or in budgeted form you pay to the bank. Next is the disadvantages of that. It is in India, in fact, as I said earlier, 77%, it is a very big disadvantages. First is it has not benefited the last segment of population as expected, as when this started that it will be beneficial to, it doesn't benefit it to all the people in living in rural areas. Low income, not credit worthy, as you can say, there will be many defaulted loans, not credit worthy people. This loan was particularly started for the lower income group, but it was mostly or more used by the middle group of people. Again, there is one the defaulted loan. This is the again disadvantage of this post payment plan. That is why in India it is not given that much of consideration. Our third mechanism of payment is private third party plan. Again, the first party will be the dentist, second party will be the patient, and third party will be the insurance company. The company which will provide you the loan, the company which will be paying your on behalf of your charges. Party to the dental prepayment contract that may collect premiums, assume financial risk, pay claims, and provide administrative services. Dentist and patient are the first and the second party, whereas administrator of the finance is the third party. Types of payment, first is deductible, co-insurance. Deductible is like you go to insurance company, suppose you are paying 1 lakh rupees to an insurance company and get your treatment done. You have to pay your flat sum, then that insurance company will pay to a dentist how much the dentist will charge to you. Next is co-insurance. In co-insurance, half or some remaining amount, suppose if you are paying 20%, 80% will be paid by your insurance company. This is co-insurance, and first is deductible. The reimbursement of dentist in third private party plan is usually done in UCR concept, that is usual, customary and reasonable fee, whereas and other is table of allowances. First is UCR concept. Usual fee is the normal fee which a dentist charging you for a specific treatment. Suppose you are getting your treatment, suppose you are going undergone oral prophylaxis, the usual fee which a dentist will charge, suppose it will be 500 or 1000, that will be the usual fee, and this will be the reimbursed to the private third party. Next is customary fee. Customary fee is the fee, the charges which are there, and the charges other the dentist of same experience or more experience, whatever he is charging will be the customary fee. And the reasonable fee will be the concept of both usual fee plus customary fee will be considered as reasonable fee. Next is table of allowances. Table of allowance, in a simple word I will describe it, is a menu card. When you go to a hotel, you see a menu card, you see the list of food items that they are purchasing, they are costing this same way. One table of allowances, one card is there for, suppose in that card the RCT only 800 rupees has been provided for doing a root canal treatment, same amount will be provided to the co-insurance company. Now it depends on your dentist or the doctor who is charging you, whether that he will charge 800 or less or more. Whatever he is charging, he will be only getting 800 rupees. Next, the private third party prepayment plan. There are many commercial insurance companies in India like ICCI, Lombard, etc. etc. Then there is non-profit health services corporation, which include dental plan and Blue Cross Blue Shield Society. Then there are prepaid group plans and capitation plans. We'll discuss Delta Dental Plan in detail, that it is a legally constituted non-profited organization incorporated by state basis that negotiates and administers contract toward dental care. It is started in Seattle district, where few societies collaborated and they asked for the Dental Services Corporation, now called Delta Dental, sponsored by constituent dental societies in each state. In 1960s, as the number of dental association sponsored services corporation increased, National Association of Dental Services Plan was formed in year 1966. Later, from NADSP, it was named as Delta Dental Plan Association. Now, in this Delta Dental Plan, there will be two types of dentist. One is participating dentist and another is non-participating dentist. If the participating dentist is in Delta Dental Plan, now what all the procedures will he has to face? First is filling of their UC fee, that is UC, that is usual and customary fee. To a Delta Dental Plan for that project or for participating in that, he has to fill his normal, that is usual and customary fee. Next, the acceptance of payment of the services at agreed on percentile basis. Now the percentile basis plays a very important role in for participating dentist in this Delta Dental Plan. On the basis of percentile, they will be reimbursed to the payment. Next is fee audit. The members of Delta Dental Association will do a fee audit regularly. Then there is post treatment inspection, as in our colleges and everywhere there will be a post treatment inspection, and this Delta Dental Plan Society members will withhold the payments, whatever the payment the person will making, they will hold some of the payment to the dentist. Now this is a percentile fees. As you can see on the x-axis there is charges of the some dental procedure. Suppose we are doing an oral prophylaxis, these are the charges mentioned on x-axis, and the y-axis there are the number of dentists. You can see 90th percentile of this fees were given, that is it is giving 60 rupees, so that if a participating dentist is doing an oral prophylaxis, he will be given 60 rupees by the Delta Dental Society members. Then there is another non-profit health service corporation, that is Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. It is the federation of 38 separate health insurance organization companies in the United States. Two organizations merged in 1982, forming the current association, and it usually follows the UCR concept. Next is salary, the other mechanism. Salary state dentists in some group practices and armed forces and those employed in the public agencies. Simple, dentist go to work, after 1 month he will get his salaries. Advantage, it allows the dentist to be largely free from the business. Concern in running practices, he don't have to worry about all the running practices he is doing, and he has to solely, or he can directly concentrate on the clinical matters which are coming to his hospitals or anywhere where he is getting salaried. Next is public programs. Many public programs had been occurred, that is Medicaid in 18th of the Society of Amendments in 1965. It covers the persons of 65 years or more. It covers the disabled person and persons with a kidney failure. Then other public program is Medicaid. It is the Title 19, the United States Social Security Amendments in 1965. It mostly covered the inpatient departments, outpatient departments, hospital care, laboratory and X-ray services, skilled nursing facility services, and family planning services, etc. Now coming to our Indian scenario, the total GDP, that is gross domestic product, India is only spending around 4.2 percentage as compared to the USA, which is providing 15.2% of its GDP. So India is ranked almost below every country, that it's only spending 4.2 percent of its GDP, that is gross domestic product. Coming to our health expenditure, you can see as in India, government is only spending around 33.4, whereas the private expenditure is done at 67.6, and private out of pocket expenditure is more in India, that is 74.4. Whereas in United Kingdom, you can see the government is spending more, that is 82.5%, and less for the private expenditure. Voluntary health insurance schemes or private profit schemes. There are many insurance companies: National Insurance Company, New India Insurance Company, Oriental Insurance Company, United Insurance Company, Bajaj Alliance, ICICI Lombard, Royal Sundaram Group, Apollo, etc. are all the voluntary health insurance schemes or private for the profit schemes. Thus, we like to conclude that India being a developing nation, government should make an effort so that every person or every individual should afford this dental services.